All right, Team Integrity, we are here Monday, July 23rd, getting ready for celebration. It is 13 days away, which feels strange because I feel like we just got back from celebration, kind of, but it's already been a year. We're prepping to go to Nashville, and I know so many of us are also watching from home. So this call is going to prepare you for all things celebration, whether or not you're actually going to be in Nashville. This call is so important. As putting the content together for it, I'm like, I wish someone would have told me this before every event I went to as like a great reminder, get your head on straight, especially my first few events. And so we're going to dive in. We have some people who've been to plenty of events who will also be able to share some nuggets with you guys. So we're going to jump right into it. I want to make sure that the point of this call is I want you all to understand how celebration will change your business. This is the biggest event of the year. And for those of you who maybe never been to an event, you're like, what does that even mean? They put the most amount of money, the most amount of people come together from all over the world. There's the most recognition. They're launching the most new products. It's the most of the most of the most. It all comes together during celebration. It is a giant party, and you will learn so much and grow so much. I mean, it's incredible. But we're going to go through some logistical things at the end that are important for you to know. But first, I really want to paint a picture for you guys. Whether you've been or not, celebration is 3 days of fun and learning and growth and laughter and tears, right? All of it, the whole gamut of emotion. And so for those of you who have been to celebration before, just like throw it in the chat. What is, of those words or a different word that came up for you when you think about celebration, what is a word or a few words that you would use to describe it? Because it's really something that if you have never experienced it in person, it's like you can't actually paint the picture for somebody. Lori, I'm glad you said that word. Lori said energy, and we're going to talk about energy in a second. So I want you to imagine, when I was thinking about celebration, I want you to imagine it's like a family reunion with 16,000 people, but everyone is your favorite cousin. Every single person there is your favorite cousin in the whole world, and there's 16,000 of them, and you just get 3 days with your favorite person in your family. And if you don't have a favorite person in your family, who's your favorite person in the whole world that you can just spend any amount of time with, and you just have fun and you laugh and you just feel like your cup is full every single time you see them? 16,000 of them all together just having a blast, living an amazing life. That's almost a good explanation of celebration, but even that still doesn't quite capture it. So whether you are moving mountains to be with us in Nashville or you're grabbing that live stream ticket, this event is a must if you want to change your weekly income, if you have any appreciation for residual income, like at all, if Isagenix has changed your life in any way, or maybe you need a little bit more energy in your business or a lot more energy in your business. Okay, so those are just a few of the reasons why this event, again, in person or at home, is an absolute must. Okay, so in the chat, I want you guys to type Nashville if you're going with us, or type live stream if you're watching from home, just so we have an idea of who's with us. Lori described it as energy, Jacqueline, party, community, culture, awestruck, motivation. Yes, all of it. It's all so good. And that doesn't even come close to scratching the surface of how it really feels. So I want to talk to you guys about what to expect during the event. Okay. And this goes for anybody. All right. Whether you're there in person or whether you're watching from home, obviously if you're there in person, everything that you're getting out of this event is amplified by 1,000. Okay. But I want to make sure, because I know there's a few people who aren't able to move the right mountains this time to be able to make it happen, but they're for sure going to be there with us next year. But I want to make sure that you all are getting that clear picture of what to expect during the event, okay? The first thing I wrote down is exactly what Lori said, energy. Have you ever felt like a lull in your business or in your life or in a relationship? You guys know what I'm talking about? That like, why do I feel like I'm walking through thick mud? You know, that it's like no matter how hard you try, you're putting just as much effort into something as you have any other time, but for whatever reason, there's just like a funk around it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You ever felt that before? Or have you ever wished someone would just like breathe life into you during those seasons while you pull all the distractions away? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like we all go through that, right? I know every single person on this call that I've had any sort of conversation with for more than 5 seconds has experienced this, okay? That energy that you're wishing that you want back, or that you just wish could be breathed into you, That is what celebration is for you. Okay. Even if, no matter whether you need it in your business or not, we all need that breath of life in some area of our life. And celebration will give that to you. This is not just about your Isagenix business. This is about so much more. Okay. So you have that to look forward to. All right. Has anyone ever felt that energy that I'm talking about? I know Lori said she did, but that energy after celebration where you're just like, oh my gosh, you just all of a sudden realize you're capable of so much more than you ever thought. That is what celebration is all about. Okay. All right. The next thing that you can expect during the event is direction. All right. You will leave with a clear vision of where you want to go next in your business. Again, like I said, even in relationships, maybe at a different job, whatever it is, like whatever, your Isagenix business is an umbrella for so many other things in your life because of the types of skills you need to develop to be successful, because of the kinds of impact you're making on people. Those skills and those virtues bleed into every aspect of your life. All right. So the direction that you're going to feel in your business also parallels with the direction in your life. Some of you who are new are like, really? Like that could happen? Oh, trust me. Yes, that will happen. Okay. You are going to have a clear picture painted for you of the direction that you want to go with your business, with your relationships, with your life. That is the kind of personal development that you get at an event like this. The other thing that I will tell you is that during the event, you will feel overloaded. You will feel overloaded. You're going to be fire hosed with information. Like I want you to imagine standing somewhere and having someone, you're like, I'm thirsty. I could go for a drink of water. And someone takes a fire hose and just puts it on full blast. You're getting what you asked for, but you're getting a lot of it, right? Now, I don't want to freak you out, but you guys, they're packing so much amazing information, so many gems, so many nuggets, all the stuff that you're going to need, like I just described. And they're putting that into 3 days. All right. But I want to help you because so many people leave an event like this and then they feel paralyzed. This type of stuff paralyzes people into making true change after the event is over. And the best way to avoid this feeling is to take time each day to reflect 1 or 2 major things that did something to you in here. Okay. And we're going to help you with this. We're going to debrief each day. And even if you're watching from home and you're able to watch it in chunks, just take some time after each segment or after each day just to think, okay, something resonated. And whatever that was, highlight it, star it, rewrite it somewhere different, and just start there. It's so important that we learn to take bite-sized chunks of life in anything, but especially an event like this, an opportunity like this, because if you don't learn to take those bite-sized pieces, you are going to overload yourself, and then you'll resent the information that you got. Trust me, someone who's been going to events for 4 years, I actually tried to count how many events I've been to. It's over 50. So trust me, I have some experience in this, and I don't want this to happen to you guys where you leave the event almost feeling discouraged because you're like, well, shoot, it's been weeks and I haven't changed anything. Why did that happen? And it has nothing to do with the event, has nothing to do with Isagenix. It's all in here and in here. And so I want to help you guys. I want you to learn from what I've learned the hard way and just learn to take those bite-sized pieces as you go, okay? Everything is amazing, but you can only make changes in a few areas at a time. All right, I promise you. Read the compound effect or the slight edge. It'll make complete sense what I'm talking about. Okay, what to expect after the event. All right, first thing to expect after the event, life. Some of you already know what I'm talking about. You will be different after this event. You will be better after this event. You will grow and learn and love this event, okay? But let me tell you what is true, because like I said, I've been to about 50 events in the last 4 years. There are parts of your life right now that will not care that you are different, okay? There are parts of your life, that could be relationships, that could be your job, that could be yourself, some limiting beliefs, some self-sabotaging tendencies. There are parts of your life that will want you to be the same person you are right now. And there are a lot of things about you that right now, right at this very moment, that are amazing, okay? But you're here because you want more and because you want better. We should always be striving. It's almost like I think we're born with this feeling of needing to make progress. And I don't believe it's economical or technological progress. I believe that we are born with this insatiable desire to just want to be better, to want to make progress in our relationships and our growth, okay? But there are parts of your life right now, even my life, my aunt's been doing this for 12 years, even her life. There are parts of all of our lives right now that don't want us to be better, don't want us to change. They want us exactly where we are right now. Okay. The best way to prepare for this is to just know that you will meet resistance at some point. Okay. If you have ever met resistance after a big event, just put that in the chat. You don't have to give details. You can just preach like, yes, me right here. Even Jacqueline just said it. Something always happens. Okay. I'm telling you this now, not to freak you out. You got this. Obviously, we're all still here. We're still breathing. We're fine. We're better than we've ever been. But the best way to prepare you for this is just to know that you will meet this resistance at some point after the event. It's usually within about a month, right, of the event ending. And when you do, I give you permission to say thank you to whatever's trying to keep you safe and small and decide to move forward anyway. Now, this can get tricky, like depending on if it's a relationship. Some of you already have it in your head, you know what it's going to be. Okay. And for those of you who are new, you're like, what is this chick talking about? Just put it in the back burner. And when it happens, just reach out to somebody and we'll help you. Okay. Now, if you get to this point after the event and you're just not sure what to do with this when it comes, please reach out to someone who loves you. Reach out to someone who experienced celebration with you, because they will also get it. But I'm telling you right now, who you are when you go meet that resistance and you move beyond it, who you get to become is insane. And that's the second thing I want you guys to know. The second thing to expect after celebration is change. Change, okay? That's a scary word for some people, but it should excite you, because change also comes with good change. It comes with uncomfortable change, but it's always for the better, okay? After celebration, not only are you different, but the team will be different. Think about that. How many of you have really grasped that this is a team sport? Okay? If any of you have banked any volume from any orders that you did not personally enroll, you've experienced a team sport. Okay? The people who were there live, the people who watch live, we all shift together. When we experience this event, wherever we experience it, no matter whether you're in Nashville and you're experiencing it this level, where it's like 1,000 times amplified because you're feeling all the energy, or you're watching it live from home, you're experiencing it. We all shift together, which will impact the entire team, even people who don't even know what celebration is yet. Okay, and when this happens, we attract new energy into our lives, into our businesses, into our relationships. Then the shift compounds, and then the ripple spreads, and then everything is touched by it. Your income is touched by it. Your growth, your contribution, all of it will be impacted because you said yes to making this event a non-negotiable, no matter what form that is. Okay? I want to make sure you guys understand that life after celebration, this event is just bigger than like some fun party that you're going to go have like a weekend away with your friends. I know a lot of you understand that because you've already been to one. But for those of you who've never experienced a celebration before, I want you to really understand what an honor, what an exciting time this is to be able to do something like this. And for those who aren't able to come with us to Nashville, you get to experience something very, very similar in January when we all go to New Year kickoff in Phoenix. Oh my gosh, that event is also unreal. Same types of things, okay? So I really want to make sure that I'm setting you guys up for success, to get excited about what's to come during the event and after the event. But I think it's only fair to also tell you life is still going to be there. All right. And a lot of it will be amazing and some of it will be hard. But guess what? Life is going to be hard anyway. Why not make a lot of extra money while life can be a little bit challenging, to offset the stress of finances, to be able to contribute on a higher level, to pay all your bills, to support your family, to feed your kids, whatever that looks like. Okay. That's what celebration will do for you. Now, I want to throw out some important expectations and then I'll open it up to some questions. For those going to Nashville with us, this is specifically for you, but I want everyone to understand that this is the standard we set as a team, because I want you to feel so good about being part of this team. Not that I need to convince you, because we do have a really stellar team. So for those going to Nashville with us, we are representing team integrity, which means we show up that way. We're the people who show up early. We're the people who are present. We're not scrolling on our phones. I can't tell you how maddening it is. I mean, I've never seen this on our team, but you sit around other people and other people's teams, and you can just tell the people who are not ready to make big impacts in the world, who are not ready to make big changes in their lives, because they're sitting there scrolling on Facebook or scrolling on Instagram while somebody's up on stage pouring their heart out. Someone who's been prepping for this day for months and months and months on stage, pouring out everything that they have to help you have a better life. And we are going to show up with respect. We're going to show up at those events the same way we always do, but I know some of you are new, and I want to make sure that you understand that this is the expectation that's set, and you can be excited about being a part of a team like this. We show up and sit in those seats as if it is one-on-one, as if that person on stage is only talking to us. And it makes us so present. We get so much more out of it. And we set an amazing example for the people around us. Okay? Speaking of that, we are also the people who are aware of the people around us. We're the people who bring our best so others can have the best experience too. Some of my favorite moments at big events, whether it be New Year kickoff or celebration, are watching the faces of you beautiful people as your hearts and minds are being transformed. And I was thinking about this, and there's a few things, and I mean, I'm sure other people will remember some of these same moments, and maybe even the people I'm talking about will remember, but I can still vividly see I think it was at Celebration last year, and I can visibly see looking over and seeing Hannah Laurent, beautiful Hannah, leaning forward in her seat, fully engaged with the person who's delivering the segment. I don't even remember what the segment was. I just remember looking over, seeing the lights of the stage on Hannah's face, and like just like a beautiful small smile on her face and tears in her eyes as she's like leaning into the segment. And you can just see the transformation going on in Hannah. Anyone ever seen a moment like that for somebody? That's what makes this so special. I can still see at New Year kickoff this last year, we're all sitting there, and there's a woman sitting in front of us kind of down at the end of the aisle who's like visibly uncomfortable, and you can just tell that she's like trying to get comfortable in her seat. Maybe she's got some back issues. And I can still remember looking over, noticing this woman, and within seconds of noticing her, Summer is up out of her chair giving this stranger a neck rub. Like, that is what this team is all about, okay? And then gives that same exact kind of love to our very pregnant Amanda, because Amanda was about 2 months out from having baby Jet, and she's over there giving Amanda a back rub, and I mean, all of it, you guys. That is what our team is all about. We have so much to offer the world, and we get to do that together, which makes it even better, for 3 whole days with some of the most incredible people in the world, okay? Now, I know those of you who are like, dang it, I got the live stream, I'm watching from home. You will get to come to New Year kickoff. You'll get to come to Celebration next year. But here's some expectations for you who are watching from home, okay? Because I don't want to leave you out. You being as present as you possibly can be is just as important. But don't let whatever's keeping you from being there with us at Celebration also keep you from making the live stream a priority. I know how easy it is to get distracted when you're in your comfortable environment, whether that be with your kids or your job or a million other life things going on. But don't let whatever's keeping you from being with us in Nashville also keep you from making that live stream a priority. I promise you, it will be worth it. Okay? But you're going to be dealing with a lot more distractions than we will be, because we'll be immersed in the event. All right? I know some of you have work, you have kids, you have finals, you have all the things, but you'll have access to this event for it's usually 30 to 90 days. I think some of the segments are only 30 days, but I think for the most part, the bigger events, if anyone knows for sure, if they have their live stream ticket, if it says on there, but I want to say some of the bigger events, it's up to 90 days that you have access to this. Don't wait till day 89 to watch it, because the rest of us will already be making crazy ripples, all right? Watch as much of it as you can live and piece the rest of it in wherever you can as soon as possible. I promise you, it will be worth it. It's 100% worth it, okay? Say yes, figure the rest out later. That's favorite motto on our team, okay? And I say that to you guys because I know how hard it is to do live stream versus actually go to the event. I've done it with some ICUs before, but I'm telling you right now, you deserve to have all the same transformations that we're all going to get, and we cannot wait to come back and shower you all with love and energy so we can all move forward together, right? That's what we want to do. And so for you to be as present as you possibly can be is going to be so important to make that possible. All right, so I want to be able to answer any questions that you guys have about Celebration. I know we have some logistical things, or maybe there's some hotel questions. We can answer those in a second. But based on anything that I talked about on this call, because I want to make sure that the questions are recorded if there are anything. But if you have a question, if you could use the raise hand option or unmute and go ahead and ask it if it's relevant to what we've talked about so far. Or if you have personal experiences, I would love for you to share those that's relevant to what we've shared. And so anyone who would like to unmute, I have a couple people that I for sure want to call on. So Amanda or Carity, if you guys want to share anything.
I'm already unmuted.
Perfect.
So one thing I wanted to mention, and Rachel will 100% understand and validate this, is before Isagenix, I came from a corporate marketing background, basically. And when Rachel told me about Celebration, or I guess it was University in Action, anyway, she's telling me about, I asked her, how much does this cost? And she shows me the event ticket, and she's explaining, obviously your travel and your hotel and your food. And I'm starting to be like, whoa. And all the dollar signs are adding up. And I'm like, hold on a second, like, this is a lot of money. And she said, it's a good way to think about it was like, at work, does your work send you to conferences and trade shows and to further your education? And I was like, well, yeah. And she's like, do they pay for it? Yeah. So they're investing in you, like learning how to become a better marketer or a better person or a better leader or smarter, like, user of this software. Yes. Okay. Think about it in the exact same way. You are investing in yourself. This is a business trip. It's super fun. You get to wear fancy dresses and party to LMFAO and like all that fun stuff, but it's a business trip. It really is. So you have to look at your airfare and your hotel and your food and the event ticket as expenses, and that they are investments into your business. I also remember after Celebration feeling really frustrated, like Rachel mentioned, after an event, because you're like so fired up, and then you get back and like, wait a second, nothing changed overnight for me. What, I'm not making $1,000 a week. What's going on? And I got really frustrated with her, frustrated with the situation, and was discussing with Rachel, well, what's the ROI? I haven't seen my return on investment yet. I added up all the money I spent to go to Celebration. I haven't seen the return on investment. And she just kind of like laughed, not at me, but a little bit of like a knowing laugh, because it's like, this is not that kind of a thing. Like, you guys, it's in small ways every single day that you have your ROI. It's a year from now when you go to your next celebration, you realize how far you've come since your last celebration. It's day in and day out, just little tweaks and mindset changes, and how that goes so far. And the fact that, I think Eric Worre said it, that events shave off time of your learning curve. So who does not want to be successful as fast as possible with network marketing? You could take a year trying to figure it out, or you could take 6 months or 3 months if you go to an event. It's going to be different for each person. So think about it in terms of an investment. Sometimes you have to spend money to make money. They're tax write-offs. Seriously, get an accountant. Well, you can do it yourself. I have an accountant because I don't like numbers, but keep your receipts. These are legit tax, deductions and write-offs for the end of the year, and realize that the ROI is, maybe you have maybe you're able to handle rejection a little bit better. Maybe you get a tougher skin. Maybe you are able to self-care and place yourself first. Maybe you're able to just, have more patience with people, or smile at people, or embrace the no's. Like, there's so many different things of like your return on investment. But guess what? You'll also make more money. You will make more money in your business the more events that you go to, as long as you put everything that you learn into action. So if you're like me and you have a corporate background, or just your mind works like this, the ROI, it's not like I spend $500 to go to Celebration, I'm going to make $1,000 back. It's not like that, because in reality, over time, you'll make way more than that back. But that was something that new for me, that I had to wrap my mind around, because I was used to my employers paying my way to events like this. And the difference is, like, I am my own boss. I don't have a boss, which is amazing, but I have to take the responsibility and invest in myself. So I don't know if anyone else on the line is a red personality or thinks that way at all, but trust me, yeah, Jacqueline, you may have some frustrations like that, but just know at the end of the day, it's so worth it, and you will grow as a person. And their events are super fun. You have amazing moments that you would never get to recreate any other time. And the live stream the live stream tickets are so worth it, because so often we come back from these events and we will reference the trainings. Oh, remember when Tanya Kirkpatrick talked about this at her home party presentation? Remember when Susan Slide talked about this in the follow-up? If you're there in person, you're going to know what we're talking about. If you're watching the live stream, or I should say the on-demand segments, you'll be on the same page. And again, you'll shave time off that learning curve. So I just wanted to share that, because that was the definite, but I had never gone to any even like personal development trainings like that. Everything was so new for me. Looking back on it now, so worth it in a million ways.
I love that perspective, because Amanda definitely has that background where something similar that she would go to before actually experiencing Celebration and realizing how different it actually is than a lot of corporate events. I mean, I should say any corporate event, because I was even in higher ed where things are super fluffy and all about personal development. Celebration is nothing like any of that. But I think it's such a valuable perspective, because so many of us are going into this wanting to treat this like a business. And if you have any business background, this is different and it's better. But you still have to kind of shift your mindset and think, okay, just because it's different doesn't mean it's harder or not worth it or anything like that. It's different, but 99% of the time you're just blown away. You're like, how is this real? Like, I can really make money doing, like, what? It's just crazy. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have all of us together. And I know for those of you who aren't able to make it, hey, there's still 13 days. We can make something happen. But make sure you're getting your live stream, and I want to show you guys where to do that if you haven't yet. So I'm going to share this screen while we're still recording. So you go to isagenixlive.com, and it will do the countdown to Celebration. You can see 1 week, 5 days, 20 hours, etc. until we kick off. What is so cool, so it's $99 for the entire event, right? Business investment, tax write-off, the whole thing. The first night, 4 to 7 p.m. Central, is completely free. You can watch that for free, okay? And then for $99, you're getting the entire general session, all the segments on Monday and Tuesday, okay? You even get to watch the gala awards Tuesday night. And I would recommend it, because you might see someone you know winning something. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm super excited. If you guys have any questions about logistics or anything like that, reach out to me or reach out to the person you're rooming with or whatever afterwards. We can absolutely figure all that stuff out. But I want to make sure that this call is quick and easy and accessible for anyone who wasn't able to make it. Make sure people who are going to the event have this recording link. Make sure people who are watching from home have this recording link, so that everyone can get this information and can be prepared, because Celebration is coming. We cannot stop it. So we need to do our part now to be prepared, so that when it's coming, we know what to expect. When it ends, we know what to expect, and we can hit the ground running to reach whatever that next level is for you in your life, your business, your relationships, whatever that looks like. All right. Thank you guys so, so much. I am so excited. It's like 13 days away. Nashville is going to be a blast. It's going to be amazing. All right. If anyone has any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, have a great night, everybody. I'll go ahead and stop the recording now.